Hi there, this is Toni Courtney, and this is another short video in the Lessons in Leading Change series. So in particular, this video is about giving up control and letting others take the lead. I don't know about you, but I think this is one of the hardest lessons in leadership to learn. Why? Because we love feeling like we're in control. We're all driven by certainty to a more or less degree at the end of the day. And we all have outcomes and deliverables that we need to meet. I work with lots of leaders who say they have really high standards. And how that shows up, though, is some patterns and habits around perfectionism. And so it's really hard for them in particular to be able to let others do it their way. I was involved in a leadership program many years ago, where as one part of the program, we each had to come up with a project. And just as we were getting into our projects, we were instructed to give up ownership of our projects and find another owner. So we had to allocate another owner to our projects. And for many of us on the program, we were less than excited about that. And a few people found it incredibly hard. They did not want to give up ownership because it meant giving up control. And these were people that were very personally invested into their projects. So from observing them in my own, reaction and from working with leaders, over many years, I really appreciate what an important leadership lesson it is, but how important it is on the flip side to be able to let others take the lead. It's easy to say that we want to engage and empower our people, but what it means in practical terms is giving up control to a more or less degree so that people can have a go, that they can learn new skills and build confidence and equip themselves with new competencies, and do it their own way. And so that they can make their own mistakes, but they can own the learning as well. And this is the whole point of empowering people, right? Because the learning is through doing it. And sometimes we'll get it right and sometimes we'll get it wrong. There'll be different pathways to potentially the same outcome. But that's why it can be so frustrating to watch. But it's a necessary part of the process for us as leaders. We're all so busy. We've got lots of change going on. And more, now importantly than ever, it's important to be able to give up the sense of control and to be able to distribute and delegate and allocate work. And in leading change, the more involved that we can make our people from the get-go, the more engaged and committed they'll be. So I think a really good leadership question to ask ourselves is, how can I best champion my people and empower them through change? To answer this, I think that there are three things that we need to be mindful of. The first is to ask, what are my people ready for? How do the challenges in this project or this piece of change compare to their capabilities and the experience that they've had so far? We need to make sure that we're giving them the responsibility and autonomy to be able to handle challenges and problems that they're ready for. I've worked with lots of leaders who have been disappointed in how their reports have, handled this new project that they've been given. But the reality was that they just weren't capable of handling the challenge and the responsibility and problem solving at that level that was required for them to be able to lead the project. They weren't set up for success. So knowing what people are ready for so that we can stretch them at the right level at the right time is really critical. The second thing is around asking ourselves, is this the right time to involve my people? Timing is really crucial in leadership. Should I wait now or should I hold off? Should I wait a bit? Waiting might mean that the context might change slightly, or we've got more information, or we've got something else. Acting now can impact other things, and there can be other consequences. So we need to be really careful of the nuances and be sort of really open and present to the cues around us that can help us apply really sound judgment to get the timing piece of the puzzle right. The third area to set someone up to succeed is about how we have the conversation and having it so that it's co-created so that we can align together in a way that works for, the leader and their report. So as part of that co-creative conversation, it covers things like, how we'll work together, what we can expect of each other, what the goals are and what success looks like. But being able to articulate that picture of success in a way that I kind of get it, but letting someone else articulate it in a way that, they get it using their own language as well is important. How you'll check in with each other. So make sure that as part of that checking in process, it always starts with, how are you? So you're asking your report how they are. So it's a person-to-person conversation rather than diving straight into the tasks or the problems or the issues and the fires. That stuff's important too, but it's really important to check in with how someone is going and making sure that they're okay. I'm trusting that those three steps or three ways, if you like, or three things to be mindful of, are really going to help you make sure that you are empowering your people when it comes to change, but empowering them in the right way. Cheers.